Hello everyone, I am Anisha. Welcome all of you to my channel Virtual Classes. So today in this class we are going to summarize your chapter number 2. Okay, this is your summary. We have already completed the chapter. If you haven't watched the chapter, kindly watch. Okay, the link is given in the description box, and today the explanation will be in English. If you want to listen in Hindi explanation, I have already uploaded. Please find the link in the description box. Okay, so let us start. See, remember in this chapter, in the starting portion, it was a science fair, and Kriti and Ashwin, they went to that science fair and they were being greeted with a white paper, isn't it? And they were being very curious why this white paper was given to them. And when they walk a few steps ahead, a volunteer came and they spray a liquid on the sheet of paper, and suddenly some letter arrived. That was welcome to the wonderful world of science. So both of them were very much excited and curious, okay, and eager to know how this happened, how that happened, and the reason behind it. And what was the reason? It was all because of the acid, base and neutral, isn't it? Acidic, basic and neutral. The substance means like, see, the sheet of paper, they have the white sheet of paper, actually it was written with soap solution, and when they spray the turmeric liquid, what happened? That words appear. So that was the reason that we have learned in our chapter, isn't it? So here again we are going to summarize everything, and yes, this summary, it is in the form of notes also. Okay, so this will be very much helpful in your examinations when you are going to revise, and you can write it down, okay, in your notebook. You can write everything. I have made all the topics, okay, and subtopics into notes nicely, okay. So you can use these, you can refer these, okay, for your exam as well. So now let us start. So nature, our science laboratory. So this was the first thing, isn't it, where they did an experiment. That was an activity, isn't it, where they used the litmus paper. So let us see about that. Okay, litmus as an indicator. So how litmus becomes an indicator, acid base indicator. So this is the experiment of that. Okay, so in this activity, testing household items like using blue and red litmus paper. Okay, litmus paper is always of two color, it is red color and blue color. Okay, and here some food samples were being taken. Okay, so sample tested were lemon juice, soap solution, amla juice, tamarind water, vinegar, baking soda, lime water, tap water, washing powders, sugar solution and salt solution. So these were the samples, isn't it, that we have taken to test whether they are acidic, basic or neutral. And what was our result? We have grouped them into three, isn't it? Like when the blue litmus paper turns red, what happens? And when the red litmus turns blue, what happens? And when there is no color change, what happens? So let us revise again. Okay, so grouping results. So what was the result? So group A, it was all acidic. We have written all the acidic one into group A, like turns blue litmus paper into red color, that is lemon juice, vinegar, tamarind water and amla juice. So these were acidic in nature. And see, this is the litmus paper. Okay, and next in group B, okay, what do we observe? In group B, see, it was basic. It turns red litmus to blue. Okay, red litmus paper into blue color. It means the soap solution, baking soda, lime water and washing powder, they were all categorized under the group B, they were all basic in nature. Next we have the group C, that is neutral, no color change. Okay, tap water, sugar solution and salt solution. So this was our result, isn't it, that we have already done in your chapter also, and we have completed the table, isn't it, and that we have grouped into three groups. Means first is acidic, second is basic and third is neutral. So here image is also given. See, this litmus paper color is pink. That means you can, like when we have used that rose as an indicator, rose extract was also pink color, isn't it? So it turns, if the substance was basic, it turns it into green, and no color change means neutral, and here changing into red, that means it is acidic. Okay, it depends, okay, what you are using. So, and litmus, a natural acid base indicator. So what we can conclude after that activity? We can conclude that litmus is an acid base indicator. So what is this litmus? First let us see about it. Okay, so if you are asked what is litmus, you can write it down like this. All right, so litmus is a natural indicator extract from lichens, organisms that grow on rock and trees in clean, moist environment. It is commonly used to test whether a substance is acidic, basic or neutral. So this litmus has been extracted from lichens. Okay, that is that organisms which grows into a wet and damp place, like it is somewhat greeny in color. Okay, and these are being made from this fungus and algae. Okay, living organisms means fungus and algae. all right, and these have been commonly used to test whether a substance is acidic, basic or neutral. And next what we have, litmus is available in two forms. So what are they? Solution, that is liquid form, another we have paper strip, that is litmus paper, and with using these only we have done the experiment, isn't it? So these are available in red and blue color. Okay, so this was about litmus. So here in this way you can learn, okay, determining the acidity of basicity of a substance using litmus paper. So if it acidic, if the substance is acidic, the litmus paper, the blue litmus paper turns red, okay, and if it is basic, a red litmus paper turns blue. Okay, in this way also you can remember. And how does this litmus work? So here I have again concluded in a table. Okay, so what were the substance? Acid, basic and neutral, isn't it? And what was the reaction of that litmus paper? Acidic turns blue litmus paper red, basic turns red litmus paper into blue, and neutral, there was no change in either red or blue litmus. So this is our conclusion. Okay, so because litmus shows a color change depending on whether the substance is acidic or a base, it is called an acid base indicator. So if you are asked why litmus is known as an acid base indicator, you can say litmus shows a color change depending on whether the substance is an acid or a base. So that is why it is known as acid base indicator. Okay, so now classification of substance using litmus. So now let us see this. After testing common household substance with litmus paper, they can be grouped as follows. So group A, isn't it? Acidic substance, that was citric acid. See, acidic substance means in fruits citric acid is present, like in this orange, okay, and ascorbic acid and citric acid is present in this amla, and in this unripe mango tartaric acid is present. Citric acid and oxalic acid is present in tomato. That means they taste sour. Okay, so let us understand something about this acid substance also. Okay, acidic substance also. So this substance turns blue litmus into red, indicating they are acidic. Lemon juice, amla juice, tamarind and vinegar, that is the sample that we have taken, isn't it? And this substance have a sour taste, okay, which is common characteristics of acid. So we can find whether any substances are acidic or not by its taste also. Okay, if it tastes sour, then it means it is acidic. So remember, see, the taste of lemon, amla, tamarind water, vinegar, they all taste somewhat sour, isn't it? Because acid is present in them, and the type of acid also it is given in your book, and just now we have done, isn't it? So try to remember the names, okay, which acid is present in lemon or which acid is present in orange. Okay, so again in group B, the basic substance. So this substance turns the red litmus blue, isn't it? Showing they are basic in nature. They were the soap solution, baking soda solution, lime water, washing powder solution. And base often feels slippery or soapy to touch and generally have a bitter taste. So this base, okay, they generally taste bitter, but okay, but you have to remember everything that tastes bitter may not contain a base. Okay, for example, like we have a bitter gourd, I have written about that also. So when you rub this, for example, when you rub this baking soda solution in your hand, you will feel somewhat slippery and soapy, and soap solution also it is like that, lime water is also like that, and washing powder is also like that. Okay, and they will be tasting the taste will be bitter, and yes, don't taste until you are told so. Okay, so here note, you have to remember one thing, not all bitter substances are basic. For example, bitter gourd, okay, karela, taste bitter but it is not basic, so you have to remember this one. Okay, so group C, that we have the neutral substance, that is this substance did not affect either blue or red litmus paper, so they are neutral. The result were like tap water, sugar solution and salt solution, and they are neither sour nor bitter, and so no color change with litmus. See, when you taste tap water or sugar solution or salt solution, you will not get any bitter taste or sour taste, isn't it? So that is why they are neither acidic nor basic. That is why there is no change of color in the litmus paper or the litmus solution. Okay, so now acid substance group A, most are edible and taste sour, isn't it? This is the conclusion again. Okay, examples and acids they contain. Okay, like in your book, the fill in the blank is given. I have already done in the chapter also. Okay, so in lemon, which acid is present? Citric. In curd, lactic acid. Tamarind, tartaric acid. Vinegar, acetic acid. Okay, so you need to remember these names, okay, of this acid. I hope you are getting it. So note again, acids in food gives them characteristics of sour taste. Okay, you need to remember this. Okay, in any food, if there is a sour taste, that means the acid is present here. And important safety rule, never taste any unknown substance. Only taste edible substance when it is safe and allowed. So you should not taste anything on your own. Okay, unless and until you are being asked to do so. You cannot taste lime water, isn't it? You cannot taste a soap solution, you cannot taste the baking soda, simply until and unless you are being told. Okay, and most of the substance, basic substance, they are not edible also. Okay, and basic substance that is in group B, usually bitter in taste, slippery to touch. For example, rubbing baking soda solution in between finger feels soapy, isn't it? That which I have already told you. And not all bitter substance are basic, like example bitter gourd, Karela taste bitter, but it is not a base. So now next topic that we have is red rose as an indicator, like how we can make this rose as a natural indicator, okay, from flowers. So nature offers many colorful flowers that can be used to test whether a substance is acidic, basic or neutral. So you can use this rose extract as well to test whether a substance is acidic, basic or neutral. Okay. So one such flower is the red rose, which can be used to create a natural acid based indicator. See, and here in this case what you need to remember, see, when we are using litmus paper, when it is acidic it turns red, and when it is basic it turns blue, isn't it? But here in this rose extract, if it is basic it will turn green, okay, and if it is acidic it will turn red as it is, and if it is neutral, no color change. Okay. So if a substance turns the extract red, it is acidic, like in group A from the litmus paper. Okay, this is what I have just told you. See, and you have to prepare this rose extract from the petals, from the fallen petals of this red rose, okay, available in your surroundings, and you need to collect them, and you need to wash them with the clean water. You need to crush them with using a pestle and a mortar, okay, and after that place them in a glass tumbler like this and cover it with a lid. Okay, and after that what you have to do, before covering with it lid, you need to pour some hot water in the glass tumbler, okay, and to ensure that fresh that crushed flower petals are completely immersed. And after that what you need to do, you need to cover the glass tumbler and you need to filter the liquid, okay, and you need to take out the rose extract. So this is the process, okay, which you have already done in class also. I am just telling you to so that you remember. Okay. And if a substance turns it green, it is basic. So in case of rose extract, you need to remember this. Okay, if a substance turns the extract red, it is acidic, and if a substance turns it green, it is basic, like in group B. Okay, and next we have, if there is no color change, the substance is likely neutral. So this is same for both the case. Okay, if there is no changes in the color of in the rose extract, okay, see, rose extract, it will be slightly pinkish in color. Okay, so if there is no color in no change in the color, that means the substance is neutral, neither acidic nor basic. Okay, so see, this is the one, isn't it? The rose extract behaves as a natural acid base indicator. So this is our conclusion: red in acidic solution, green in basic solution, no change in neutral. So like this is acidic and this is basic, it changes into green color, isn't it? So this is the rose extract that we have made. Okay, so now another fascinating fact about this flower, that is hydrangea flower. Okay, so let us see about it. So see, okay, yes, I hope you have understood, isn't it? And you can conclude also, and I have given this in the note form. You can write it down in your notebook. Okay, you can revise it again afterwards. So about this flower, let us see. Hydrangea is a beautiful flower plant found in cool climate like the Himalayas and the northeastern states. So you will not find this flower everywhere. Okay, these flowers are found in only cool climates, okay, like the Himalayas and the northeastern state. And in the northeastern and Himalaya, you will find this flower in every home. Okay, they love flowers also. And here this flower, it has two colors, isn't it? Like blue flowers and pink or red flower. So this blue flower, when grows in acidic solution, the color of the flower, okay, this is why that is why it is been told as a fascinating fact. Okay, when the color of the flower is blue, okay, that means the soil is acidic. And if you want a pink flower, that means you need to plant them in a basic soil, that is pink or red flowers when grown in a basic soil. And can gardener change the color of hydrangea? So according to, if I wanted a blue flower, I can do, isn't it? Like I need to plant that hydrangea flower seed into a acidic soil, then I'll get a blue color flower. If I wanted a pink color or red color, then I should plant that in a basic soil. So answer is yes. Okay, yes, by altering the soil's pH, that is by altering the acidic and basic of the soil. Okay, soil pH, gardener can influence whether the flowers bloom blue or pink. This is a real life application of acid based chemistry in gardening. So isn't it fascinating? You can try, okay, if you are from cool area, okay, if you are from cool climate, if this flowers is available in your place, then you can try it. Okay, Next we have turmeric as an indicator. Okay, now we will be using turmeric, okay, as an indicator. So here what you need to do, so you need to take some turmeric, you need to add some water, and you need to make a paste of it, and carefully you need to dip a piece of filter paper in the turmeric paste, or a cotton cloth, thin cotton cloth, okay, and allow it to dry, and you will get these turmeric paper strips. Okay, you can cut them into pieces and you will get these turmeric pieces. And now again we are going to test the sample here, okay, and we are going to check whether turmeric can be act as an indicator or not. Okay, so can we use turmeric to identify acid and bases? See, we can use turmeric only to identify bases. Okay, yes, but only bases. Okay, common kitchen spices can act as acid base indicator, especially to identify basic substance only. Okay, you cannot identify acid and neutral here. Okay, in the case of turmeric, when you are using it as an indicator. So turmeric is a reliable natural indicator for base. It cannot differentiate between acidic and neutral substance. So this is important. Okay, it cannot differentiate. Okay, you will not get a desired result about the acidic substance or the neutral substance. It will react only with base. Okay, and that was in our group B. What was there? Baking soda, washing powder, isn't it? So all they can react with all this group B only. Okay. So basic solution like, and when you are adding basic solution, okay, yellow turmeric turns red or orange. So when you are when you dropped any sample from the group B, okay, in this turmeric paper strips, what will happen? The base it will react with it and they will turn red or orange, like reddish brown colors. Okay, something reddish and mixed color. Okay, and acidic and neutral, there will be no change. You cannot indicate them. That means you cannot use turmeric paper strip as to indicate whether a substance is acidic or neutral. You can use it only to indicate whether it is a basic or not. Okay, so ever noticed how a curry stand, okay, curry stand turns red when you scrub it with soap? That's turmeric showing its reaction to base. See, when you if your shirt, okay, if you have a curry stain on your white shirt, then it is somewhat yellow at that time, isn't it, because of the presence of turmeric. And we often in Indian family, in Indian kitchen, what we used to do, we used to this put haldi in everything, isn't turmeric in every of our dishes, in every vegetables. So when you are going to wash it, carefully observe that. Okay, when you are dipping that into the water, there will be no color change, but when you as soon as you apply soap water or washing powder or detergent, what you will find, there will be change of color. That is, the change of color will be somewhat reddish, red color or orange color. Okay, it will be mixed color. So why we are getting that change? Because that detergent that you are using is a basic, isn't it? So that is reacting, turmeric is reacting with that basic color, and after some time, only after washing properly, the stains get out, isn't it, wash out. So in this way, what we can say, turmeric is an indicator of base only. So there is an example here, okay, where this creative use of turmeric indicator was been done by Ashwin to make a greeting card, isn't it? So Ashwin made a greeting card using turmeric paste on white paper, and after drying it, he wrote his message using a basic solution, isn't it? He, whatever his wish was there, he wrote with in the teacher's mother tongue, that is in the Uriya, isn't it? And he, in order to write that, he have used this basic solution, okay, like soap water. And the hidden message appeared in red when it reacted with turmeric. A wonderful real life application of science. See, when he gave the card to the teacher, it was nothing was visible there, okay, just like the word sheet before, white sheet before, all right. But afterwards, what happened, it, as he have written it with a soap water, okay, using a soap water, and he have written in Uriya language, as you can see that image be given in your book, isn't it, where he have written, I respect my teacher as he nurtured curiosity within me and bestowed upon the gift of learning. I bow my hat in gratitude to her. So these were the words that he have written. And when he have given this card to his teacher, and when he apply this turmeric spray, okay, when he spray this turmeric liquid, okay, into that letter, what happens, the letters appeared. So this is a wonderful real life application of science. You can also try it, okay. So now let us see about this olfactory indicators, that is smell based science, okay, whether this acid and base react with smell or not, okay. So we are going to check that. So some natural substance change their smell in the presence of an acid or a base, okay. They are called what? Olfactory indicators, okay. There are substance whose odor changes, okay, whose smell or odor, you can say either smell or you can use odor, okay, same thing. So this changes, all right. So and this if there is this change, then that means they are known as olfactory indicators. So if the smell disappears or changes, the substance is acting as an olfactory indicator. So if there is a change in the odor, okay, if it disappear or if it gets stronger, okay, or there is some changes, that means the substance is acting as a olfactory indicator. So here we have used onion, isn't it? Onion as an effective olfactory indicator for basic substances, okay. And you can reduce the smell of these onion when you are applying this basic substance, and when acidic substance has been applied there like vinegar, the smell will be more stronger, okay. So that was about it. So here we have a scientist that we should be learning, okay, that is Acharya Prafulla Chandra. So this is his image, okay. So here what you need to know about him is that, so who was he? He is known as the father of modern Indian chemistry, isn't it? And earned a doctorate in chemistry from the United Kingdom. And after that, what happened? He came to India, isn't it? Returned to India and contributed to scientific research and education because he wanted to contribute, okay. And what is his key contribution? He founded India's first pharmaceutical company in 1901. So here I have written in point, okay, so that it will be easier for you to remember, all right. And highlighted ancient Indian achievements in chemistry through his writing, and he advocated science education in the mother tongue so that the foundation will be clear to every student and they will understand more, okay. If the education has been given to them, if the education has been imparted to them in their mother tongue. Legacy, what was his legacy? A visionary scientist and a social reformer, means who wants to bring a change in the society, developmental in the society. Reformer means change, isn't it? And promoted Indian knowledge system and self-reliance in science. So this is all about him, okay. So what happened next? Let us see about our next topic, that is what happens when acidic substance are mixed with basic substance. That means when you mix an acid substance with basic substance, what can be happen? So now let us see. There is an activity, okay, investigating acid and base reaction. So what are the steps? Take 1 drop of lemon juice, an acid, isn't it? This is an acid, and in a test tube, and add 20 drops of water to dilute it, okay, slightly, and add a drop of blue litmus solution. See here we are using blue litmus solution, okay. So when you are adding a drop of blue litmus solution, what will happen? What you will get? Observation, the solution will turn red, okay, turns red, confirming it is acidic. So we know lemon juice is acidic, and we have confirmed also by using a blue litmus solution here, okay, not paper solution. See, like this, okay, the color changes into red color, okay. And now slowly add drops of lime water. Now what you need to do? Add some lime water, okay, on the same solution which have turned red, okay, using a dropper, and swirl the test tube after each addition. So using a dropper, you again add some lime water into the same solution, okay, where you have where the color changes into red, okay. Now what happened? What will you observe? After a while the color changes from red to blue, comes into the original color, that is the blue litmus solution, isn't it? The color changes into red to blue. Why? See, like this, isn't it? Because it have neutralized the effect, okay. This indicates acidic nature is neutralized, means the solution is no more acidic in nature. It is neither acidic neither basic. That means when you mix acid substance and basic substance, what you will get? You will get neutralized. It will be neither acidic, means it will be neutral, okay. It will be neither acidic nor basic. I hope you have understood. So now again add 1 more drop of lemon juice to the same test tube again, okay. The solution turns red again, and when you again add some lemon juice, which is acid, isn't it, showing that acidic nature has returned. Again it will show that the acidic nature has been returned, okay. So understanding the result, what do you understand? Initially we have added lemon juice plus water plus blue litmus, isn't it, litmus solution that turns red, showing that it is acidic. So this was the first case, isn't it? Second, again what we did? Adding lime water, that is a base, this neutralizes the acid, means it turns the blue, isn't it? The solution becomes neutral or slightly basic, hence litmus turns blue. So, and again adding lemon juice again restore the acidity, turning it red once more. So what do you understand? It becomes that the solution is now neutralized. So let us understand this. What is neutralization reaction? Okay, in order to understand that. So when an acid reacts with base, so when we mix acid with base in the right amount, that is in sufficient quantity, what will happen? The acid and base cancel each other's effect, okay, and this chemical is called a neutralization. All right, that chemical, the result that you will get, this is known as neutralization reaction. That is acid plus base, it will give salt plus water plus heat. And how heat? See, when you touch that test tube, okay, that you have experiment with, the test tube will be slightly hot, that is it has to release heat, okay. In a neutralization reaction, a salt and a water are formed, okay, and heat is also released, and it is known as what? Exothermic reaction. This is not mentioned in your book, just for your knowledge, I'm writing it, okay, here, mentioning it, that heat which is been produced here, okay, it is an exothermic reaction, okay, it is known as an exothermic reaction. So key feature of neutralization, what you understand? See, what were the reactants? They were the acid and base, isn't it? Product, what do we get? Salt plus water plus heat, isn't it? And after that, color changes, it indicates the change in pH observed in using the indicators, that is the blue litmus solution, isn't it? And nature of reaction, it was exothermic, that means gives off heat. So this is our result. I hope you have understood, and we are also going to understand this neutralization by applying it to our daily life as well, okay. So some real life importance of neutralization, like the concept of neutralization is very useful in our daily life, okay. It helps in treating ant bite, that is in this case we have examined this situation, isn't it? Remember, we are again going to examine this, where this girl Kriti was observing a butterfly in the garden, and while she was resting her hand on the tree trunk, what happened? Suddenly and red ant bite her, leaving her skin very red and in pain, okay. And what happened? Her brother come and help by applying moist baking soda. Why? To the affected area, and which relieved the pain. That means, see, the ant bite, okay, it has released an acid that is known as the formic acid, and when applying the baking soda, which is base, what that means, it has neutralized the effect, okay. I hope you remember the situation. We are also going to elaborate here as well, okay. I'm just making you remember. And next, it is improving the soil quality, isn't it? When this farmer had a query, he complained about like his plants were not growing well, and when after certain discussion, detailed discussion, it was found that he have used an excessive amount of chemical fertilizer, which has made the soil very acidic. So in order to improve it, what he was been suggested? He was been suggested to mix this base, okay, that is the lime powder in his garden, okay, in his farm. So handling, again, next was the industrial waste, where the fish population were being reduced, isn't it? And how we can restore them? By, see, why this industrial waste, before releasing them into the lake or sea or anything, you need to neutralize it by adding base in it, so that it will not be harmful for the sea life, okay, like that is the marine life. So neutralization in daily life, so we'll understand each situation now again, okay. Neutralization reactions are not just limited to laboratories. They play an important role in solving real life problems that we experience in our home, gardens and surroundings. That is the situation 1, that was the ant bite relief, isn't it? So scene, what was the scene? Kriti is bitten by a red ant while observing a butterfly, and her skin becomes red and painful. So this was the case. What happened? An ant bite injects a formic acid, okay, into the skin. Her brother applied moist baking soda, a base, which is a base. Release of acid and apply of base, that is to the affected area. That means when acid plus base has been mixed, what we have learned? The effect, they finish each other's effect, isn't it? That is, it is neither acid nor base, so that is why there was a relief in pain, okay. So why did it work? Neutralization reaction occurred, isn't it, between the acid and the base neutralized the acid, reducing the pain and irritation. And conclusion, ant bite, that is acid, plus baking soda, that is base, is equal to what? What value implies? Pain relief, isn't it? There is a relief from the pain. And what was the situation 2? That is, problem was a farmer reports that his plants are not growing well in the government site, isn't it? And what was the diagnosis? Overuse of chemical fertilizer has made the soil what? Acidic. So now what he was being suggested to do? Solution. What is the solution? Add lime, that is a base, to the soil, and the lime neutralized acidity and helps restore healthy plant growth. So in this way we have applied, isn't it? So what is the conclusion? Acidic soil plus lime base, it will be neutral soil and better plant growth. Okay, I hope you understood. So you can take this screenshot and you can write it down in your notebook. Okay, so you will understand this better and it will be easier for you to do revision, especially during your exam time. And if the soil is too basic, so in case if the soil is basic, we have learned about if the soil is acidic, then what we can do, we can add base. And what if the soil is basic, then we can add organic matter like compost or manure can make it slightly acidic because they release acid. Okay, like organic matter release natural acid and balance the soil pH. And sometimes what happen, poor plant growth may not be due to acidity or alkalinity. It might be due to nutrient deficiency. If there is nutrient deficiency, a mineral deficiency in the soil, we cannot do anything, okay, in that case. Next, that is the situation 3. Situation 3, it was Ashwin friend Gurbir, isn't it? He noticed that the fish are dying in the nearby lake. And what was the possible cause for that? The factory waste, often acidic. The factory waste are often acidic. Okay, it's been released into the lake water. Okay, and this is very bad, isn't it? We are harming the fish life there, isn't it? The plant life there. And what will be the solution? Before releasing the waste, what we must do? Neutralize it by adding base, okay, into this waste. And this help to protect aquatic life, especially fish which are sensitive to pH changes. So when there is a change in the pH value of the water also, what will happen? This will be harmful for the aquatic life, especially the fish, okay, because they are very much sensitive towards it. So what we must do? We must neutralize the waste by adding base so that it will not be harm, okay, the aquatic life will not be harm. So this is, in this way, what we can do, we can apply this neutralization reaction into our daily life. Like, what is our conclusion now? The acidic water, the acidic waste plus base, it will neutralize the waste and it will be safe for the lakes, isn't it? So the real life situation, that was first the ant bite, isn't it? That is, acid was formic acid, base use was baking soda, and what we get the result? Pain relief, isn't it? And acidic soil, fertilizer acid, because the use of excessive chemical fertilizers. And what was been added there? Base, lime, and it improved plant growth. And in the third situation, lake pollution, industrial waste acid, isn't it? So you need to use any safe base to neutralize it and it will protect the aquatic life. So with this we have ended and okay the summary of this chapter number 2, that is exploring substances acidic, basic and neutral. And I hope now it is clear, and through this summary it will help you because it is in the form of notes as well, isn't it? After this I'll bring your textual question and answer, some extra important question and answers, objective types and everything, okay? So don't worry, and yes, don't forget to like, share and subscribe my channel. Kindly hit the like button if you like this class, okay, and share it with your friends as well, and let me know in the comment section how do you find my class, okay? And with this we'll wind up our today's class, okay? All of you have a very nice day ahead. We'll meet you again in my next class. All of you have a very nice day ahead.